And we are live, guys. Welcome to yet another live session from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling, and I'm excited to have you participate in this session, which is for you. You have to understand that this channel is designed specifically for you, and the only reason why I'm doing this is, again, for you. I don't have time to actually do this channel. I don't have time to do these live sessions every single day. I have so many other things that I should be doing. But the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because that you need this information. You need something focused, something dense, something that you can just hold on to, one thing that's going to take you from where you are now to where you want to go, because there's way too much information out there for you to grab on, which means that you will diversify too much, and that's why you won't do anything. I've taken all the information in and I've brought it back down to my life philosophy. And if you want to participate in my life philosophy that's given me so much joy thus far in my life, and that's going to continuously increase that joy exponentially, then participate in this channel. The title of this video is, what is it again? Are you a quitter? Winners never quit, and quitters never win. That's one of the quotes in Think and Grow Rich, a fantastic book by Napoleon Hill that was written in 1920s, 1930s. I think it was actually done in the middle of the recession in the 1930s. And he said in his book that you should hang that up on a huge plaque somewhere in your house, where it says, winners never quit and quitters never win. Success is literally, seriously easy once you've made a decision that you won't quit. Success is seriously easy once you decide to accomplish something. When the decision is made, there is no other option. I have not read Art of War, which I should have, because all the great business leaders have read it. But in Art of War, he explains something about people, when there's two troops that are going to fight each other, the troop that has burned their ships are the ones that are going to win. So if you are the attacking army, if you come into the beach to attack the people who are living there on the beach, the only way that you're going to succeed is if you cut off all your options, meaning you burn all your ships, because now you have to survive and you have to live. Another way to do it, I read this somewhere else, was that some army men brought their families to the front of the battle. Now, not all the way to the front, but just immediately behind the front. Because if they lost the battle, then they would be able to then kill their families or bring them with them. Does that make sense? You get an extra edge when you burn all your ships, or when you bring your family to the front of the battle, or when you've made a serious decision that things need to change, that things need to happen. If you're not there yet, at day 23, now we're nearing 10% of the journey, then you're not going to change during the journey. You have to make that decision now, early on, that you're not a quitter. You're a winner. You don't quit. You stick to it. You keep going, no matter what. If you have issues with that you keep quitting, like I have a friend of mine who's quit every single job that he's had before 3 months. I met him in November of last year, and he's been my friend now and partner in business. Okay, I brought him on. He's a young guy. He's 22 years old, and I brought him on to my team. And he told me this early on. I've never really had a job more than 3 months. I always quit, or I for some reason don't like the management or my boss, or I just quit. And fortunately, he loves a specific project. Okay, he absolutely loves it, and he wants to create and succeed at that project. And he's been going at it for longer than 3 months. So please, I hope that he doesn't quit it, and that he goes all the way to the very end, and that he gives it his all and forgets about everything else and just goes for it. But I brought him on in December, I guess, and within 3 months, he quit. He said, "No, this is not for me. I'll go back to my to something else." And then a few months later, guess what? I heard that he quit from that job because he didn't like the boss. And so I brought him on because he's a great guy. He loves success. He wants personal development. And then I brought him back in, and then he quit again within 3 months. Okay, after 2.5 months or something. Winners never quit, quitters never win. Which means don't start something that you're not going to finish. Alright? This is in general, success in general. You have to keep going, because it's only the ones who keep going that will make it. There's another talk by a guy, I don't remember his name, it's a TED Talk somewhere. He says, what is the main reason why startups succeed? And he goes through, basically did a huge survey about it. He succeeded with many different businesses, like a startup lab, whatever. And so he's got experience. And what he found is that timing is the most important key to success in a startup. You have to time the market perfectly so that you enter in and it's a great success. I have to take that a step further. Why do you believe timing is the key? Me personally, I don't really believe that timing itself was the key, even though that's what the survey and that's what the research said it was. You have to take it one step further and look, why was it timing that made someone successful? I believe that it came from someone who had been working on a project, who had been passionate, who had been disciplined enough to keep going during a long period of time with the project that he believed in the future would succeed no matter what. Maybe it took 5 years, maybe it took 15 years, maybe it took 20 years. But he created a business that he stuck on, that he held on with his teeth, and that he kept on moving forward with until the market accepted his product. He created the momentum himself, even though people didn't even know about the product, didn't know about the service, but he kept going no matter what, getting better, improving, getting investors, getting whatever was needed. And then he probably got someone who became his competitors, because they were like, oh wow, he's working on something huge, but I think we can improve it or make it better. And then they start becoming his competitor, and they keep working now towards entering the market, and now the market is preparing themselves to receive that which they've been tinkering on for years and eons. And now the other party now who saw him, this guy, keep going, they quit because they thought that it wasn't the best timing yet and it wasn't working out. Well, guess what? This guy, he worked another 5 years. And then the timing was right. But it wasn't that the timing was right and that the marketplace was ready for it. It was that he built the momentum. of the product, of the service, of the vision that he had that was going to be accomplished. He didn't quit. He kept going until he became successful. And people eventually accepted it. This is what you have to do. You have to find out what you passionately love, why you came on this planet. The two greatest days in your life. The day you were born and the day you find out the reason you were born. If you do not know the reason, you should be spending time on it every single day. And that reason should be outside of yourself. It should not be a house or a car or a boat or simply to be free. And then you'll stop working. My kids ask me all the time, why do you have to go to work all the time? And my number one goal is I do not tell them that it's for money. I tell them that it's to serve people. Because once we have a lot of money, then why on earth am I still working? Because I'm never gonna stop working. Why would I stop working when working is the journey? And when the journey is everything. Life is a journey. It's not about the destination. It's about enjoying the now. It's about enjoying the journey that you're on until you get to the other side. And if you're not enjoying the journey, you're doing something wrong, or you're doing something that you're not passionate about, which means that you will not become a huge success eventually. Never. You won't become a success if you're doing something that you're not passionate about. And if you do become a success, then imagine the potential that you could have had if you went all the way with something that you actually were passionate about. I'm passionate about life. I'm passionate about you achieving your goals and your success. This is the Men of High Value channel. If you're going to participate, I'm going to expect that you do not quit and that you are going to become a winner one small step at a time, and we're starting today. My name is Joseph Darling, and this is the Men of High Value channel. And I will see you again tomorrow.